Hey guys, my name is Ethan Renault. I'm a friend of Jake's all the way back from Moody Bible Institute years and years ago. He was a great friend of mine, a great mentor to me, and you guys are gonna hear an awesome message from him. I don't know what it is, but just knowing Jake, I know it's gonna be super awesome. So my story is, I was in 7th grade when I was walking home from the bus stop with Mike, the guy who lived across the street from me at the time. He said that there's this thing that every guy does when he's in the mood, and you just gotta do it. It's just natural, and like every guy does it, it's no big deal. And that night was the first night I got introduced to pornography and masturbation, and instantly I was hooked. It was like an addiction unlike anything else I've ever known. Just from that very night, I don't remember the exact date, I just know I was in 7th grade and I was hooked ever since then. I would consider myself a porn addict all through high school, all through college, and even after college till today, it's still something I struggle with a lot. I know that you guys are going to hear Jake talk about this, but honestly, as cheesy or cliche as it might sound, God is the only way to true freedom and the true path to joy that I have found. Finding peace and solace and silence with Him. For me, recovery looks like a path back to my center. If we think about ourselves kind of like a target, and there's different layers. We have like a shame layer, and then the layer that everybody else sees as a way to try to impress other people, and this kind of gets inflated the further and further you are from your core, from your center. So to me, healing from pornography and from this lust and shame is about returning to that core. So practical steps for me, what that looks like is spending time every day in silence, 10 minutes, real simple, real small, but it makes a big difference in my day of no phone, no music, not even a Bible, not even a journal, just silence, taking time to just be and exist with God, not try to impress Him, not try to impress other people, not try to impress myself, but just being as a means of returning to that center core, which is often damaged and we're just distant from it. But that is the place, I think, where God meets us, where He loves us, and where He heals us. Other steps, I say, if you guys are at this conference, you've probably already taken steps like this, but just tell someone else. The more people know about this, and the more light is shed on it, the harder it's going to be for this habit to go on existing in our lives. The easier it's going to be for us to develop that willpower, that habitual willpower to say no and walk away when we're tempted. And with accountability, it's important to be consistent every single time. Find a really, really good accountability partner who will be patient and gracious with you, and then you're gonna have to tell them every single time. Not just every other time, not just occasionally, but every single time. The more you can stay connected to your accountability partner or accountability group, the better and healthier it's going to be as a means of shedding light on this problem. The last thing I'll say about lust and porn and masturbation is that it's just a counterfeit reality. And what I mean by that is it's more like a dream, it's more like a hallucination than it is real life. And there's so much beauty and richness in waking up from that, kind of becoming who you really are and not who you imagine yourself to be. Just becoming more awake and more alive. Irenaeus said that the glory of God is man fully alive. And obviously that's not a life full of masturbation and porn and escape from reality, but rather an aliveness within reality. So the more we can come to life and fill our lives with things that we're passionate about, whether it's skiing, playing piano, lifting weights, writing, whatever it is that you're passionate about, come alive and awake to those, because that is how we're going to most glorify God. And often when we're doing those things, the counterfeit things that we crave, like pornography, are just naturally going to fall away. There's just so much beauty in being alive and living a life fully alive, if that makes sense. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know you're gonna have an amazing time with Jake and Josh and whoever else is there, so thanks so much. You guys are awesome. Love you.